guys, welcome to the Agent Mentorship Platform Network. I'm Mark D'Andrea, the Doctor of Real Estate with Red One Realty.
I'm Lavante Calhoun with Red One Realty, your veteran real estate.
Lavante, thanks for joining us here. Get on the channel. Appreciate it.
It's good to be here.
Last week we were talking about, the information that you as a marketer of real estate services wanted to start getting out to your family and friends and clients. And we decided we'd come into the office here this week and sit down and have a chat and share this with the folks that are watching. So you brought up a couple of really good points. I remember when I was helping you and your wife, Ash, get your house, buy your house. So I think part of this interest in what we're going to talk about was sparked by that. But based upon your experience, and I remember us talking about this, one of the things you wanted to talk about today is what are some of the things that a buyer or a seller of real estate would like to understand more about as it relates to their costs and expenses, right? Not so much hidden, but more like maybe not everybody knows about that. So can you share with us, you and I break it down into 3 buckets of money. Can you share with us one of those buckets of money that we want to disclose to the folks that are watching?
I guess the initial bucket as a buyer, you want to have your down payment money. And then from the seller side, I guess you want to stage your home and
get it ready to roll. So that might be an expense.
Yeah, maybe small renovation, maybe just some little things.
Cosmetic stuff.
Yeah.
And one of the things that you and I talked about, and you've gotten really, really good at, is when you're assisting a person to list their house, you explain how the cost that they experience to transfer their property as a seller to a buyer, that's kind of broken down. It's kind of an average, but it's broken down into, generally speaking, even though these are negotiable, commissions, an owner's title policy. The seller needs to bring the taxes up to date. That's called a tax proration. And then the home warranty. So that's kind of that bucket. You mentioned something earlier about seller concessions. So can you share with the viewing audience, when an offer is made on a house by a buyer to a seller and they ask for seller concessions, what are they asking for?
You mean from the buyer side?
Yeah, from the buyer side. When the buyer's saying, hey, we'll give you $100,000 for your house, but we want you to cover, $2,500 in our cost to finance. What we call that a seller concession, but what could that be paid for? What could they use that money for?
As far as it could help towards obviously transferring the title. Maybe some of the lender fees in that. And obviously bringing the taxes current. You don't want any liens on the property when you purchase it.
So any of the allowable buyers, lenders fees that the buyer's going to experience, the seller could be asked to kind of offset those.
Yes.